So, I am in Cambridge, New Zealand, and I am waiting for a phone call from Hobbiton. Let me explain why I'm waiting for a phone call from Hobbiton. Jordan, you know some of this, but you don't know the whole story. So today's Saturday. Last Saturday, I was in Auckland, and I was preparing to buy a car on Sunday. Okay, Auckland is here. I bought Sunny and I drove all the way down to here. That was Monday. Then on Tuesday, I was in Raglan and I went hiking and stuff. I stayed in Raglan Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday, I decided to drive down to New Plymouth to see Mount Taranaki, which is a big volcano. Auckland to Raglan, down all the way down here, woo, all the way to, wait, where's New Plymouth? There's New Plymouth. So that was Wednesday. So Wednesday night, I need to back up and explain a little bit about White Island. So this was like my second weekend in New Zealand, I think. I had an interview for a tour guide position at White Island. White Island is an active volcano. It's really cool, probably the most active volcano in New Zealand. I studied volcanology for my master's. Being a tour guide on a volcano, it would be perfect for me, right? So I went and interviewed there. It sounded great. I had to wait a long time for them to make their decision on whether or not I had a job or not. And in the meantime, while I waited on that decision, I discovered that White Island erupted middle of the night. But the eruption was big enough that if people had been on the island in the tour group, because the tour takes you right up to the crater edge. So if somebody had been in the crater at that time, like on a tour, they probably would have died. Honestly, of all the ways to die, that might be one of the coolest. But the fact is, I don't want to die, and I don't want any people to die. And most importantly, I don't want people who I'm supposed to be, as a scientist, educating about the dangers of volcanoes and trying to protect by researching volcanoes, to die. So there's this big issue there, right? What is my responsibility as a volcanologist? I mean, in one instance, you really want to encourage people to take an interest in volcanoes. But on the other hand, you need to tell people that volcanoes are dangerous. You just can't take it for granted that you can walk around an active volcano and not expect something potentially bad to happen to you. So do you see my dilemma? I'm a scientist, right? I'm educated. I know how dangerous these things are. Is it really my place to be leading people on tours on a volcano that has had an eruption very, very recently, like in the past couple days, not months, not years, days? There's my dilemma. Do I take this job on White Island or not? So that brings us back to Wednesday. Wednesday, on my long drive from New Plymouth to Raglan, I had a lot of time to think. A lot of that thinking was about whether or not I was going to run out of gas, because Sunny, once you hit the half tank, goes down really quickly. And there's no gas stations, hardly, between Raglan and New Plymouth. So I had a lot of time to think, and I kind of thought, because I wasn't having any other luck finding jobs, especially that are cool, so I kind of decided that I was just going to take the job at White Island, risk my professional career as a volcanologist, risk my life, but I didn't know what else to do. Then, just when I had accepted my fate, at 8:45 at night, I got a phone call. Now, let me remind you of where I am. I'm down here. I went to look at this big volcano, okay? I just came from up here Monday. Wednesday, I'm here. I was gonna drive all the way up, basically the entire volcanic zone, all the way up to White Island. It was gonna be a grand adventure for the whole weekend. Didn't have to be there till next Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday night, I'm here, and I get a phone call. And it's from Hobbiton. Yes, Hobbiton. The most magical place in New Zealand. Middle Earth. Hobbiton. The place where I got my leaf. Hi, are you interested in working as a tour guide? At Hobbiton? Yeah. Yeah? Okay, can you come up for an interview tomorrow? But I could probably make it up there by Friday. Okay, that would work. See you then, Friday, 1 o'clock. I was in shock. I just decided I was going to take the job in White Island, and then I hear from Hobbiton. Lord of the Rings was the reason I came to New Zealand. My visit to Hobbiton was, like, amazing. I'm just in shock. I was like a black writer. When Frodo puts on the ring, and the black writers go, "Ah!" That was a horrible impersonation of a Nazgul. And I did like the quickest tour ever of Mount Taranaki. I saw like one waterfall, and it's very beautiful. But yeah, I like hightailed it around here and then up here, insanely windy road all the way to Lake Taupo on Thursday night. And then Friday, I drove from Taupo all the way up to Matamata, where I did my interview. And it went really well. So I'm waiting on a phone call to hear if I have a job at Hobbiton. Guess who's going to be working as a tour guide at Hobbiton?